My name is Adam, the very first created being. God made me from the elements of the ground. And when I was finished, completed, He breathed into me the breath of life. And the first thing I saw was my Creator looking at me. What a sight. And He designed me to live forever. Because in the Garden of Eden He gave me, there was a tree, a huge tree called the Tree of Life. So as long as I ate the fruit of the Tree of Life, I would be living and just continue to live. He gave me the garden to explore it and to develop it. And then something sad happened, and I'm coming back to it. But suddenly, my wife and I experienced the greatest tragedy that can come to any person. Our oldest son, Cain, killed his brother Abel. And we're looking at his mutilated body, the corpse of our son. My wife is in a state. She's hysteric. She clings to Abel. Abel, my son, what happened? Speak to me. But Abel is gone. Have you lost a child? Have you overcome that pain? There's no greater pain than losing a child. And the thing that makes this so difficult is the fact that his oldest brother, Cain, caused his death. Cain, why did you do this? You know, as we bury our son into the ground, my eyes saw the altar Abel erected and the ashes of the lamb that was sacrificed for his salvation. And suddenly, a new hope sprang up into my life. Adam accepted the message of the Lamb. Let me take you back to the paradise. God placed a tree into the paradise called the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And He said, of all the trees in the garden you may eat, except for this one. The reason is, you cannot develop character without the choice. God wants us to love Him because we choose to love Him. And the enemy, Satan, who works through agents, mediums, was only allowed to tempt us at that tree. And this was told to us. But what happened? Eve walked away from me one day, and she came to this tree. And this snake, most beautiful creature in the garden, spoke to her. She was impressed, listening to her, a snake. Of course, the devil spoke through this medium. To make a long story short, she was fooled by the enemy, and she ate the food, and she thought she felt elevated. And then she came to me. She said, Adam, I've tasted of the food. And Adam looked at me, and for the first time I saw pain in my husband's eyes. And then I saw tears coming down. This was the first time my wife saw me weeping. And I said, Eve, today you will die. But I don't have the heart to let you die alone. And I grabbed her in my arms and I said, Eve, I'll die with you. And I grabbed some of the fruit in her hands and ate. And then something strange happened. The beautiful dress of shining glory which we wore disappeared. It was gone. We realized that we were naked. And then we committed another crime. We were the first murderers because we took those beautiful fig leaves, ripped it off, and killed them. Eventually they would wither and die. And we covered ourselves with these leaves. First time I damaged the garden. This is what sin, my friend, does to us. It's getting worse all the time. What a mess. And then she said, Adam, we've got to hide because God is going to speak to us a little later today. So we went to a secluded place. And then we heard a strange sound. The sound of a weeping creator. Adam, 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 where are you? So he came to us. He looked into our eyes and guess what he saw? Shame, guilt, blame. And when we looked into his eyes, we saw pain, disappointment mingled with love and pity. And he said to us, I promise you the day when you eat from this fruit, you will die. But then he turned to the snake and he said, sometime in future, you are going to bite me in my heel. You're going to wound me in my heel. But I'm going to destroy you in totality. I'm so glad for the chronology of his approach to us. First, speaks to the enemy, and now he comes to us. And he said to us, I have to pronounce justice because my character consists of two components, love, mercy, kindness, but justice as well. I have to punish and I have to bring the death decree into effect today. And this is it. Adam, I will die in your stead. God, did I hear you correct? I've got to die, but you say you will take my punishment upon yourself and die. He said, yes. Adam, I love you so much that I will die in your place in order for us to live together forever one day in another paradise. And he illustrated the plan of salvation in a very simple way. He said, Adam, I want you to get your favorite lamb, the one with the whitest wool, and bring it here. So I called this sheep, and he came to me with expecting eyes. We had communion. There was a relationship between me and the lamb. He said, Adam, now I want you to slaughter your best friend here. I said, God, how can I do it? He says, Adam, if you don't do it, there's no salvation for you. And I had to slaughter the lamb. It was so painful. It was my friend. And for the first time I saw blood, red stuff coming out of his throat. And the lamb looked at me as if he wanted to say, but Adam, what are you doing to me? We are friends. What have I done? I'm innocent. Eventually the lamb fell down And I fell next to the lamb and I hold that lamb. Then God said, Adam, I will become a second Adam. I will be a lamb in the future who's going to die so that you and Eve don't have to die forever. And he explained his beautiful plan of salvation. And then he took the skin of the lamb and he covered us with the skin of the lamb. And he said, this is what's going to happen in future. The symbolism, Adam, is so beautiful. I'm going to die, but my cloak of righteousness will be available to you and Eve to cover yourselves with that perfect righteousness. And heaven will look at you not as forgiven criminals, but as if you had never sinned. Adam, this is my plan for you. Back at the scene of Abel's burial, I want to make an appeal to you, my friend. God has paid the sin for the sin that you've committed. And He's offered you His life of perfection. It's a gift. If you accept this gift in faith, you will be in paradise, where you will see the tree of life and the water of life, and you'll have satisfaction throughout eternity. And in that better land there will be no death, no conflict, no hateful people, no crime. Love has conquered everything. God wants you there, my friend, and I want you there. Please accept His gift of salvation and enjoy eternity forever. Thank you for watching this presentation. To subscribe to our channel, click here, then click the bell to get notifications. For the next presentation, click here. See you next time.